Hey guys, what's going on? Chris here from fulllifefreedom.com. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video about Kindle Publishing, I'm going to talk to you about the most effective way to use social media for your books in a launch phase and a launch process. So to get right into it, very simply, most people when they start off publishing and they start promoting in a launch phase to social media groups, platforms, etc., what you'll tend to find is typically 99% of new publishers are going to go down the route and down the path of promoting and posting, should I say, to Facebook groups. These Facebook groups typically are going to be, or you're led by courses and people who tell you to do social media for your books, typically led down the path of posting to 99-cent book groups and also free book groups, or free author groups, and free this and free that, and 99-cent this and 99-cent that. Now, I can categorically state that the conversion rates on sending your book and posting out, now I've got a free book on free promotion these next 5 days, or posting out things of 99 cents for the next few days, these kind of posts are not going to work as effectively as they could do in other means and other forms, which I'll get to later in this video. What you'll find is most publishers will post those kind of posts to 40, 20, 30, 40, doesn't really matter, they'll post it to a whole ton of groups, and if you was to track it through a bit.ly link or through a cloaked link, the downloads, conversions to sales, etc., what you'll find is, yes, you'll get people clicking on some of these posts, not very many, maybe in the single digits, maybe in the low tens. Now, and these have been posted to groups of thousands of people. Reason for that is most people who are actually subscribed or following or a member of those kinds of groups and Twitter accounts who you may be posting and tweeting to are going to be people who are exactly like you. If you will look at those free book groups, they are going to be book after book after book after book saying get my book now, or the next 5 days. Very little engagement. It's a whole mishmash of different kinds of book niches, book topics, keywords, this, that and the other. It's ineffective. What the best way process and the best strategy I would go with, and what I have utilized since very, very early on when I figured out, quite early on, which was once you track the amount of downloads, or the click-throughs, should I say, that convert into downloads, they don't add up, they do not waste, in the sense that it's not worth your time and effort to be posting out post after post after post to 40 different Facebook groups or Twitter accounts. I would strongly advise, feel free if you want to do that. You'll get a few downloads here and there. Sales is another matter. Highly doubt you'll get many from that. You'll get a few downloads, but it'll be in the single digits or the low tens. So the question is, if you're doing, and that's, by the way, that's collectively throughout the whole 20 or 30 or 40 Facebook groups. It's not, a cumulative of all of them, individual one. You're not going to get those kind of figures. So let me explain to you how the right way to use social media is for your books in a launch strategy and launch process. So the way I would do it, and always have done, is to premeditate and think out what my book's going to be published on 3 to 4 weeks ahead of schedule of when it's going to actually be launched and go live. So if you know that ahead of time you're going to publish a book on, let's say for example, meditation, just because I use that just because pretty much everyone else does, but it's just easy to remember. So yeah, meditation, this would be my strategy and my advice to you, and it will work effectively if done in the right process that I'm going to lay out now. I would add yourself to 3 to 5 Facebook groups and Facebook pages that are, one, very active, meaning there is people consistently posting or commenting them on a daily basis. They have to be, obviously, take a step back, they have to be absolutely targeted to your niche. So you'd add, if you had a book on meditation, it's given that you would add yourself to 3 to 5 groups specifically on meditation and that particular topic and niche and market. From that, once you've added yourself to those groups that are consistently posting, commenting daily, I would look also, just as a side note, add yourself to groups that have at least 500 members up to round about 3,000. Reason being is 3,000, your posts when promoting a book later down the line, which I'll explain, are going to get lost in the whole ether of these posts, that because if it's so active and there's so many thousands of people being active on this kind of group, then you're going to get lost in there. If it's under 500, the amount of downloads are worthwhile, and it's going to be less inactive. It's not going to be worth your time either, in my opinion. It might be worth in certain more focused and targeted niches. It might be worth doing so, but I've just found the criteria would be add yourself to 3 to 5 groups that are targeted to your niche, your book topic, and then just make sure that they've got 500 to at least 3,000. So the way you go about it is 2 weeks minimum, could be 3 or 4 weeks prior to your book being launched and going live. I would then start getting active, start being social. It's in the name, guys. You need to be social on social media. Start being an active member of those pages and groups, commenting, replying to other people, just putting your 2 cents on every aspect that you can. At least just a comment here or there 2 or 3 times a day for at least a fortnight, 2 weeks prior to you going live and launching your book. Once you become kind of a consistent person who's adding value, their 2 cents, just someone who's an active member of that group, people are going to start to know your name. You're going to start to build up a few relationships here and there with replying to people on their comments, etc. So that a week prior to you going live with a book, it might be worthwhile then to post out on these pages that you have a book, and it might be worth some value to those audience members. It might be free, it might be 99 cents. Just ask for a favour. If they know that you're an active member of the group and you've had a few relations with people and a few comments here and there back and forth, they are more likely to buy or download later down the line. So also, as a side note, you're going to find out these groups are going to have admins. So my advice would be to the ones that have admins, message the admins asking them to put a post out about your book when it goes live or prior to it going live, and just say to them, look, it's beneficial for you as much as it is for me. The reason being is you're offering something of value to your followers and your subscribers, and you're referring them to something that might help them. It's not going to be anything, it's not going to be any trouble to you really to put a post out, and it'd be really helpful to me. Love this, and obviously massage their ego. I love this group, I love how it's set up, I love the people in it, blah blah blah. Become social. You are in effect of, in a roundabout way, selling to these people. So you need to make sure that you're making if you want to call it a plea to the admins, but just asking. It's just asking. If you don't ask, you don't get. Do that. You'll build up relationships. You'll build up real followers that are targeted. Your conversion rates will go up. People will download. Some will buy later down the line. You might even have a few opt-ins if you've got your email opt-ins in your actual books. And from there on, you need to be social, and it gets stronger and stronger throughout the process. So if you have another book coming out in meditation later down the line, you'll know the process. You'll know how to get conversions and sales through going through a targeted path and following. My opinion, do not go down the posting free books to the free book groups. It's just not worthwhile, guys. Start becoming a social media member on these platforms and actually be social to the niche and following that you want to sell to or get them to download. It's just my 2 cents. I just don't want you guys I just want to see you guys posting out to 100 Facebook groups and getting little from it. It's not worthwhile. It's better to build relationships. Don't forget, guys, Kindle and authors and books, just everything about this Kindle publishing business, there is also a big aspect of it being a relationship-based business as well. You need to be interactive with your followers, subscribers, and people who are actually interested in what you have to offer. Anyway, guys, that's kind of it for now. I hope this helps, and I hope it has delivered you some value. And yeah, maybe you can use those little bits and bobs to help you with your Kindle publishing business. Anyway guys, if you like what I had to say, I'd love a like, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you've got anything to say as well, comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you guys are good, and I'll speak to you on another video.